And how many of you love reading charts? Say like or love. RJ says love. Yeah, it's really crazy. I mean, I just love it. I mean, we're the nuts ones, I think, all of us. Who here likes reading charts? Looking at charts. Who loves it? There's Cameron loves reading charts. It's a weird thing, man. Carl's like, suspicious. He likes looking at it. No, it's a monocle thing. I thought maybe that was suspicious. It hurts your head after a while. Yeah, but the thing is, that's because you're looking at a lot of clumsy charts and not really filtering those out in your mind. That's exactly what that is, Bob. You're newer, so I think I know exactly what's going on. You're looking at charts, and you can't quite tell because they're borderline, let's say. So when you're looking at borderline charts, it's frustrating. I know exactly what you're talking about. And what you need to get good at is fucking those charts in the ass and just saying, fuck you. Or whatever you want to say. Shit, are we live already? Damn. Anywho, what you need to do is just cut those out and just learn to like the top 5% of charts, the ones that are super clear. Just don't deal with the borderline ones. Charts aren't necessarily supposed to be difficult. If it's difficult, keep your money where it is. Don't put it in it. You know what I mean? There's like 20,000 stocks and charts out there. Hold on. I got to keep track of the time here. Oh, I'm doing fine. There's 20,000 stocks out there. And when you do your scans, it whittles those down to like 100, maybe 50, maybe 300. It depends. And from there, you have to realize which ones are beauties. And that's what I think, RJ, where he finds that love, and Cameron, and any of you find that love, is when you find the gorgeous looking charts. There's just something about a chart that's correct that it just yells at you. It just screams at you. And then you have to look at the ADR and go, oh, but fuck, it's, not worth my money. But, at least you found it. But that aggravating part, it's because it's from looking at borderline charts, not really, filtering them out in your mind. Just the facts, ma'am. Yep. All right, going to go live on TikTok now. Go live. Education. Go live. All right. I don't even know if I'm correctly ready for TikTok. I could put this light on. There we go. Everything should be all right. So it will be interesting to watch the market off the open this morning. We've got 9 minutes before the open. Let's take a look at the market. Look what I'm talking about here. Is like, this is insane. Like, follow through day was yesterday. Day one of a potential follow through during a correction. Listen up, guys. This is, let's go over this tonight in class. Let's go over this follow through day stuff in class because, let's ingrain it in everyone's heads over and over and over and over. Here it is again. We're going to go over it in class, but here it is again. Day one of a rally occurs during a correction in the market, an index, and we only talk about the index here. An index has made a lowest low or a lower low or a pivot low, a low, and then day one of potential pulling away from that, bottom, is a higher day. That's it. That's like the first day. That's all that's necessary. First day after a lowest low during a correction, okay, is just day one. Now, follow through day has to occur day 4 to day 7, but sometimes can occur day 3 on extreme volume. What happens is the next subsequent days keep going up gradually, and that's exactly what we just happened. Day 1, day 2, day 3, and then on day 4, you get a higher volumes or volume breakout over, just like we have here, large day, at least 1.7% gains. And guess what it was yesterday? 1.74% gains. So yesterday was a follow through day on a rally. Now, we know from historical study that those usually kick off a total of a 7-day rally. So we've got like 5 days left here, four days left, and that the next 3 days, including today, have only a 5% chance of being red by the end of each day. So if this fails out on you, it's actually more rare that this fails, and it is extremely likely, 95% chance that we follow through for the next 3 days. That doesn't mean it isn't going to be tricky, and that you shouldn't manage your capital and you should just let things run freely. For example, I've already started positions in Dash, Palantir, and Elf. I like those daily charts. These are all popping on earnings, and the market is following through. Everything's in our favor here. Will they follow through on the day? I don't know, but I started a 1/6 position, and I'll double that to a 1/3 on the open after the first minute opening range breakout if they follow through, or I'll pick up that third when they break the upside of that 1 minute range in case they fall back, or use a 5-minute dip buy type entry perhaps to add that third on those names. Not interested in Roku and Shopify, but they are huge names participating. And then I'll add at the end of the day, I'll double though. I'll add another third. Oh no, I'll double that. That'll bring me to 2/3 position size, almost a whole position size, but not. And that's what William O'Neill said to do. Is like when you get a follow through day, he said it doesn't even matter if you can't find something to put your money in. You put your money in something, like the best thing you can find, whatever it was. And yesterday that was probably Microsoft, but that still would not have been the best pick in the long run because it still has low ADR. But he would say, get a third to half your money in from follow through day. The guy's fucking billionaire. So billionaire trader, one of the greatest traders of all time, and has launched disciples and followers that have made hundreds of millions of dollars each. Qualamagi, that guy. It took him years to absorb and perfect following his techniques, William O'Neill's. And when he finally did, he brought his total over 80 million to 100 million. He's beyond the beyond now. And into the, what is that? 7, 8, 9 digits of, and a couple of years before that, he was just like you guys with $10,000 account, $25,000 account, $5,000 account, $8,000 account. So if he can do it, you can do it. But you've got to learn this stuff. So we'll talk about it in class tonight. If anybody wants to join the group to have one of the benefits is class every Thursday night, masterclass. Then go to e3tradinggroup.com. Join. It's free. And then you can see us in class tonight. Do I think Apple beats? I really don't need to guess. I don't guess like that. Guessing is gambling. But if it beats, then we'll trade it. If we want to, probably we won't want to because it has low ADR and it's kind of a waste of time. I know everybody loves Apple, but there comes a time when you can do better than Apple. Do better than that. We do better. We do better. All right, market's opening in 3.5 minutes. And we've got such good quality names this morning. Ooh, Fastly, another one. Let me take a look at that. That's one that we did like. A lot of these things have been just beaten down, and no, I don't like the chart the way it is right now, but Fastly could do something, it's got 6% ADR. That's good. But, I like ELF, Palantir, and Dash charts and positions this morning much better than any and all of the other ones. However, it's just so good to see Microsoft and all these other names set up, breaking out, putting in catalyst days, earnings, popping, jobs numbers are good. The Fed reaction yesterday to what he was saying was positive. I think, the restraints are off, and the market's ready to run, and it's going to do it. So if it's just for a couple of days, if that's all we get out of it, that's how you make your money. And just make sure you take your exits and get your runners set up. And then, we wait for the next move. But here we are. All right. Market's opening in 2 minutes. Lemonade is another one that's looking good. Fastly, ELF, PayPal also, Fubo. We're looking at Roku, Qualcomm also. Affirm, AFRM, interesting. All right, let's take a quick look at that. Yeah, a lot of these charts, that's 8% ADR. A lot of these charts are not perfect, but they're all looking kind of the same. They're all coming off at the bottom, and this is their moment. Their moment to shine is coming through in earnings this week. And these are quality names. Much better quality than this shit, right? Do you notice the difference in the names we have this morning? That's the difference. The combined market cap of all the names of your is the results of your scans. If they're not more than $1 million in total, and they're total shit. No, like $1 billion. But if you could chart the market cap of your signals today, it's screaming at your face that today's a quality day, like a totally different than what's been going on for the last many months. We haven't had names like this. How many names are popping this morning? Minimum of 15 to 20 quality names. It's really good. And in a raging bull market, there's hundreds of names. All right. We're 30, 40, 30, 20 seconds before the market opens. Did somebody just say sundial? Oh no, Soxel. Okay. We're talking about sundial? Get the fuck. Oh my God. All right. ELF is pulling back before the open. You see this? ELF pulling back before the open. And what is the market doing? All right, here we go. So where to the cut, add, double? We've got moments to do it. Roku pushing good. I'm not really going to get into the Roku. I don't do the pot. I'm not going to get into the Roku. All right, the market right off the open is dojiing. Alpha's rallying. Okay, we're coming up on the first minute here. 40 seconds in. Roku's looking like it's doing the best, frankly. Most relative strength comes from Roku, but these moves can pull back. You might want to give it a minute. All right, we got 50 seconds in. Look at that, ELF. Really strong reclaim from ELF. That might be my first double. Okay. All right, Palantir signaled a double. Signaled going in. Entry on Palantir. Oops. ELF also, and I selected that by mistake, so I'm going for that first, and then Palantir. Got to get into Palantir, guys. Palantir doubling up to a third position. Palantir. The problem could be I could run out of money. Oh no, we're looking good. All right, good. I just got a better price on Palantir too because we had a little bit of a pullback there, and then Dash. Okay, well, since it's pulling back right now, I'm just going to leave it. The market's starting to pull back. It's just too much pressure to have that giant gap there. So it's going to pull back. But this could prevent 5 minute. This could present 5-minute dip buy entry signals. 5-minute candlesticks, green over red. You'd be looking for in the next 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. We will find a bottom via the 5-minute chart. And managing my intraday position on these entry on these stocks, I'm able to get out of ELF right here fully because it broke the low after breaking the high. That's not good, so I'm out of ELF, but I'll add back in later. And Palantir is following through. Dash also just broke that low, so I will wait on Dash and get out of Dash. Looking for the 5-minute entry signal on some of these pullbackers. Palantir doing its thing. I mean, this is the one I love the most anyway. I'd like to see ELF work out, so we'll see how that goes with the 5-minute chart on ELF. Switching over to a dip buy on that. 5-minute candle, good for the dip buys. Dash potentially reclaiming. I need to be on my toes and ready to grab more of Dash if it fully reclaims. What a beautiful day. S&P 500 is flying. I mean, it's just flying. But we want to see more from the growth from NASDAQ, but that's fine. Good. You know, the VIX is kind of saying we're going to stay here for a while. And the VIX usually is a forecasting indicator. Thanks for the follow. All right, now, right off of the open, what do we got? We're going to be sorting this list of strong stocks lately. It's doing the calculations now. One of the best is GDHG. Okay, good. So, yeah, we are up on that. 5% on that position we entered yesterday. We're already in that one. Ulma. GDHG is crazy. It's an amazing move it's making. Ulma. Yeah, we got in that as well. We're already in that. We're up 6.2% on that position from yesterday. Who got in these positions yesterday? It's good stuff. Whoa, there's a very long post in Ask Chart Trader and TNF. Estimated about 25 shares. That's flying up. How should I go about buying more? Just wait for it to come down around my price. I see. All right, ELF, with that 5-minute candle, putting in something somewhat promising for potential dip buy entry on ELF. The market dojiing. That is exactly what the VIX is forecasting. Knowing what we know about the market, follow-through days, puts us in a good position here. GDHG is really flying. Let me take a look at that. GDHG. Wow, that's at the top of the list. It's up 8% from the open. And yeah, this is the breakout we've been waiting for on GDHG. 1610 from 1510 is 6.7%. So it's already 5% out of the gate. It's too late to add on GDHG. But I took it light yesterday. Every position I went into yesterday, I got in at 1/6 size. And so, I'm experiencing gains on GDHG. I'm up 10% almost. But size is 1/6. And that's just the way it goes. That's okay. You can't complain. Catching the first move on a new rally, it's a risky business. Got to take it carefully. ELF looking like it's got a lot of weakness. Dash wants to be strong. Palantir is strong, and you can see that in their how they're playing out with the market. You might get an upside breakout, 5-minute breakout on the market in a moment here on NASDAQ. Put a stop limit buy in above the 5-minute candle. ELF struggling to find strength. Dash is pretty much found it. I may get back in right here. On the 5-minute chart basis, let's see if it's already signaling. Yes, it is. It actually signaled a little bit ago. Missed it. Okay. Going back in Dash. I'm talking about Dash. Going back in Dash. Right here for 1/3 position size. So that gives me a chance to add midday or at the end of the day to get fully allocated on that one. RJ and everyone who's in some of our signals, when your position gets to 10%, it's okay to take a little off. Maybe it's just 5%. It's a good idea. If it gets to 20%, you should think about taking half off and converting it to a runner. And then, of course, there's the 5-day rule. So you just use everything you know. VSCO, isn't that Victoria's Secret? Okay, VSCO is up almost 5% off the open. Let's take a look at that. ADR is 7%. It could be good, but no, I don't like it in total. The chart itself. Fiber again, really? FYBR. We tried to make it happen with this stock. No. Is that Allstate? Let me see. Allstate with freaking huge earnings beat, it looks like. But the volume on it a little bit low, and the ADR is only 2%, so not necessarily a stock we go after. All right, the market is pushing. Let's take a look at our hot stocks right now, and there goes Dash. So that entry back there. The entry on Dash would have been a 5-minute green over red like 6 minutes ago. I missed it. But I did notice something was working and got in before even the opening range breakout. So that's a nice cheat entry is what that's called on the intraday. The actual term cheat entry was coined by Mark Minervini and applies to daily charts. The day, charts, not intraday. But we modernize these terms when we use them. I am in on the 5-minute candle basis on NASDAQ also. Fuck. I also trade NASDAQ also a little. Yeah. Oh, yeah. What's your favorite? Oh, I also trade the market. Oh, yeah. What's your favorite ticker? Probably NASDAQ. Oh, that's a good one. That guy should do that. I'm going to do that as a TikTok. That's just too funny. I do trading. She was so shy to say it. Roku sideways. But I don't like the daily chart on Roku, but it's just a good example. I mean, there could be an intraday trade there, but it's also just a good example of the quality of names popping this morning. By the way, we probably should be watching Microsoft. All right, Microsoft sagged at the open. And ELF, by the way, just not triggering. But it might trigger, and it's worth a dip buy attempt. Because the chart looks good. But the way it's behaving off the open, it sure ain't as good as Dash or Palantir. But in third place, we have ELF. But it hasn't even signaled yet. Dash is just flying, so that was obviously good to get back in. I'm already up a couple $100 on that Dash entry, so that's good. Here we are coming up on 10% gains on GDHG. You, RJ, where are you at on that? There it is. Wow, GDHG just popped to 11% gain, so I'm going to take just 5% out. 5% of 133. Anybody can do that math? Oh, fuck this. 7 shares. All right. 7 share exit right here. On my very small position in GDHG, which is now up over 10% from entry yesterday. I mean, look at that chart on GDHG. It's just, just great. The reason we were stalking it and it got alerted was because it was up 400% in 1 month. Very smoothly, I might add. Nice, smooth, connected movement. No scraggly bullshit. So, that's what we love. We absolutely love reliable, contiguous behavior. I mean, it's kind of a unicorn. I mean, you rarely see this kind of smooth connective behavior on something so flippantly skyrocketing. Is usually all over the place. It kind of makes me think we're getting in very early and that it's going to go much further. It kind of makes me think that, all the fleas and the bacteria haven't jumped on board yet. It's people who have been with me for a while know what I'm talking about. Other people are like, what? What kind of live stream am I watching here? Is this a veterinarian? You want to keep your stocks clean of fleas and bacteria, and you can do so by buying a collar. Oh, that's funny. Halted. Oh, what is the stock? OLIT. Is that clit? What did you? OLIT, not clit, everyone. OLIT. Just coming up with excuses to say that word. All right, OLIT. I almost typed clit. There we go. OLIT. Oh, I hope that's not like a word you can't say. Oh, no, screw OLIT. No, never mind. Yeah, it's gone crazy, but finding it. Yeah, there we go. I had a really hard time finding that ticker, clit. I looked everywhere. I looked up and down. But now that I look at it, now that I found it, the one you were talking about, looks pretty delicious. No, I'm just kidding. It actually does. RJ says he's dying. No, I mean, but screw me. I mean, look at this. From pre-market was $10, so this must be a SPAC. Yeah, this acquisition. Popped to 38 in pre-market, 37 rather, but it's back to 16 right now. So, anyway, keep an eye on it. It's OLIT, O-L-I-T, in case anyone really wants to know. All right, the market pulling back for a second time here, and this is causing ELF to not get the assist that it needs. Excuse me. The market, okay. The VIX, however, is remaining somewhat supportive, but we're pretty much dojiing We're dojing around here today. But remember, the prognosis is for us to be green by end of day. Palantir is strong in the face of this pullback even. So is Dash. And in fact, Roku. Roku's showing some good relative strength right now. Elf is not. I mean, maybe I'll get some Roku. Let me look at this chart again. Oh, I didn't even realize it was such a big gap up. Got a little bit of a domino area up here. 5-minute chart says enter a few minutes ago at 70.60. It's already at 71.60 and pulling back. So this is a good opportunity quickly if we can get it for a missed entry. Not too bad. We're not too far off the mark here. Stop at 69. 69. And then it's at 72. So $3 of risk. So, okay. Start off here. Roku. All right, Roku. We're going to grab some of you. And it was good that we sold a smidge at 11% on GDHG. It's back down to 7%. Whatever this fucking stock DTCK, DTCK, we're up on it. DTCK is up. Way up. No, it's not. Dick's Sporting Good has a boner. That would be hilarious. I can't wait for that to happen. What is the ticker for Dick's? Oh, DKS. Okay. I used to work when I was a little kid. I was like 9 or 10 when I did this. I would go over to my friend's parents' restaurant after elementary school, and I would help serve and stuff. It was a Chinese restaurant, and I don't know why, but it had a whale on the sign, and it was called Moby Dick's. That's cool. It was like I guess maybe the seafood place originally or something. They bought it and then made it a Chinese place, and it stayed Moby Dick's. But I don't know. We always used to call it Moby's Dick. And they were not. They did not like that we called it that. I was not a good friend in that respect. All right, Microsoft is actually fading. All right, so that's probably gonna mess with the markets a little bit because Microsoft's the leader. Kind of want to see how Microsoft plays here. Dash is running. I think it might be short-lived because it's the only thing running of quality. But again, we're looking at see if the market can, turn around at some point midday here. I think we're getting pretty close to moving into the group. So we might be at the end of the stream here. We're 20 minutes into the open. We're watching all these different potential stocks. What's up? Ride Roku to 69. And then we're 20 minutes in after 30 minutes of prep. So we're coming up on an hour of live stream here. And the commentary is going to slow down now because a lot of things are dojiing out. We're expecting some support. We are getting like just a tiny smidge of gap fill, but not really. I think that this day might pick up later in the day. And right now, a lot of smart money is sidelining and waiting for better signal. So I think it's going to come. So let's move back into the group. That's the morning stream. We're looking good. Positioned ourselves nicely. I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 positions. So that just goes to show. I had nothing. The beginning of this week was all cash. And that was that way for many days, if not weeks. It just goes to show when the market signals are high quality, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, I was just making sure I said that right. It's trying to put your mouth where your money is. Thanks for the morning. You're up 3R already. Very nice. Way to go, everybody. Dash up 4% now. Dash just keeps going. And GDHG back up over 10%. So we are getting follow through. All right, everybody, let's jump back into the group. Thank you for being with me this morning.